Welcome back. Now, you may notice that again we're not on our normal Irish farm that we're on. That's because we're on a different map that's just been released and I wanted to show you guys. So I'll show you a wee bit and I'll show you why. There's a couple of bits of this map that I really like. So go for a quick wander down here first and I'll show you this bit. So this map's called Lady Hill. It's also on the mod hub. It's just been released on the mod hub. And it's again set in Ireland. Now what I really like about this map is just about every single farm on this map, this one included, they either have two driveways that come off to the farm parallel, one that goes to the farmhouse and one that goes to the farmyard, or like this one, you've got this driveway here, so you come up this long driveway bit here that we've just run down, and then it splits, so it's like Y-shaped driveway basically, and it splits and goes one way to the farmhouse up there and the other way to the farmyard. So we'll take this tractor since I've left it parked there anyway, and so the other arm of the Y takes you around to the farmyard. Now a lot of New Zealand farms are like that. They either have a long driveway that splits in two, with one side going to the farmyard and the other side going to the farmhouse, or they have two separate driveways side by side down at the road entrance, again one going to the farmyard, one going to the farmhouse. So it reminds me of New Zealand a lot, this one. Now if we skip through here, so this is the farmyard for one of the two main farms, and this takes us back down to the farmhouse here. So here's the farmhouse where that other split of the Y goes to. I'm going to show you the other bit of this map that I really like as well, but it's funny because I remember when FS22 came out, FS19 had a whole lot of a few really good maps come out just a month or less before FS22 was coming out, so people didn't really get an opportunity to try them, and the same thing seems to be happening now. So the other day we had Gatehead Farm, that Scottish one that you saw in my last video, and now we've got this one, Lady Hill Farm, set in Ireland, and both of these have come out only a couple of weeks before FS20 25 comes out. Yeah, so it just seems, so this map and the last one I showed you will both be maps I think a lot of people will just completely miss out on because they're in wind down mode from FS22, preparing for FS25. So I'm not going to change to either of these two maps this late in the game. I'll just carry on with the map that I'm already working on, but I didn't want these maps to go completely unnoticed by anyone, so I wanted people to at least get a chance to view a wee bit of them, even though I'm not doing a complete map tour or anything like that. I'm just showing off a couple of bits that I really like, sort of thing. So I showed off a wee bit of the Gatehead Farm, just enough to sort of get people's interest so they'd go and download it and have a look for themselves if they wanted to. And I'm doing the same with this one. So this isn't meant to be a map tour, it's just to show people a wee bit of a glance of this farm, and if you like what you see, then perhaps you'll go and download it to have a more thorough look around, even though FS22 is sort of winding up now. And this is the other bit of this map that I really like right here. So we'll just shut off the Land Rover here and I'll show you. So over here, and I open this gate here, right, there you go. So here we have like an orchard that's already in the game, and I don't know whether these are actually fruit trees or not. I have absolutely no idea. They may well not be, but it certainly looks like a very overgrown orchard. But I don't know, this orchard has a very New Zealand feel to it, so I really like this orchard as well. And if I was going to be playing on this farm, I would definitely own this orchard, even if it doesn't actually produce money. I don't actually know whether it produces money or not. I suppose we could have a look. Let's go and up here. So if I go X, where do I? Oh, no, it obviously wouldn't, because this is part of the see those borders there. So the orchard's right here, and the borders. Oh, I was under the impression. Oh yes, value 0. So if you buy the sort of like the borders, the roads and things for this map, you get this orchard for free with it. So these obviously aren't actual fruit trees that you and now I'm completely lost which way I'm meant to be going to get back to my Land Rover, but it's alright. Is it this way back to the gate? Is it the other way back to the gate? I'm not sure now. Oh yes, it was this way back to the gate. So there we go. So yeah, I wanted to show you how almost every farm, there's like 8 farms on this map, but we started at the one that I think is the best one personally. I just want to show you how every farm on this map either has parallel driveways side by side, or it has a big driveway that splits into a Y. Now the other thing that this map has that's quite interesting, and I know Fury Machine Gaming will enjoy this, is there's a quay, a huge quay, and this is the first map that's ever I've had any interest in that actually has a quay in it, even though I know it's not new to Farming Simulator. Now, I thought what I was actually going to talk to you about today, I got asked some questions about YouTube. So they wanted to, one of my subscribers, and anyone can send me questions, by the way, if there's things they want to know. One of my subscribers wanted to know what other YouTube channels I've watched and listened to and why, what they're about, maybe share some links or something, and wanted me to explain why I started making YouTube channels despite my initial reluctance. Well, Atomic67, a good friend of mine and a good friend of a lot of people on this channel, I believe, was always trying to talk me into starting a YouTube channel, and I was very hesitant to do so. And I suppose the main reason was I didn't want to go spending money on equipment for it, and I had an old USB microphone, which is actually, when I sold my PlayStation to upgrade to PC, I kept the microphone. It's a camera / microphone in one, and I kept that. I sold my PlayStation. I had a lot of games on the hard drive. I think all my games were on the hard drive in the end. I didn't have any discs, or very few. And I sold my PlayStation with a hard drive not wiped, and with the few discs I had, and so all the games on the hard drive as well, to a good friend of mine here in New Zealand. And I believe that he started most of those games afresh himself, but there's a few that he just plays on my save game, as it were, because he likes to. And so if you have a PlayStation, you ever see me logged onto PlayStation, it's not really me, but it is a good friend of mine who bought my PlayStation, and that enabled me to buy this PC. But anyway, so I didn't want to do YouTube videos, so I didn't want to go spending money on expensive equipment. And then so as a joke, I started a YouTube channel that made no videos. I tried to convince people to subscribe to me on the promise I would never ever release any videos, and I wanted, with the aim as a joke, to have the YouTube channel with the most subscribers, given that there were no videos ever released. And I did have a few people subscribe to me just as a joke for that, and I believe Atomic67 did when I was making no videos. But anyway, got to the stage where I actually wanted a chance to show people the farms that I had converted and the things that I had modified on them. So that's why I started a YouTube channel, just to show people around my farm and nothing else. And I suppose my first video was, at the time, intended to be the first and only video, more than likely, because it was just to show people around the farm. But I must admit I kind of enjoyed doing this. But so that's how it all got started. Now, the YouTube videos that I watch and subscribe to can pretty well be split into 2 types. There's farming videos, and when it comes to farming videos, most YouTubers, I won't say all, but most, I follow them when they're doing a series that I like. So for example, when they're doing a farm that I like, I'll follow them, and while they're releasing videos that aren't really my cup of tea, I won't watch those ones. So there's very few YouTubers that I actually watch every video they release. Mostly I watch all of their videos when they're doing something that I really like, but I guess I've got time to pull out there. But when they're doing something I don't like forestry or something, then I just don't tune in. So I come and go to most YouTubers' videos, and I don't actually follow any of the really big, like I don't follow can't even think of the guy's name, the one that does YouTube farming videos every day, and he's got like as a full-time job. I can't even think of his name, but I don't follow him at all. The people that are releasing videos every day or two, I actually find often they run out of things to do and they start pretty much repeating themselves, and I personally don't find that interesting. So I prefer the small YouTube video people. One of the reasons I enjoy the smaller channels also is I like to encourage people. So when I watch your video, I will give it a thumbs up, and I will leave a comment, or 90% of the time I'll leave a comment, so you know I've been. Just in order to encourage people. So that's what. I suppose I could name a few farming videos farming video people that I subscribe to and watch. That I watch, of course, Fury Machine Gaming and AK. I also watch Farmer Sim, and occasionally I watch a Scoffed one, but I don't watch every single episode he ever releases. There's just too many. I simply can't. The Lego videos, there's a lot of Lego videos I watch as well. Having said that, I won't start naming them all, because unless you're into Lego, you would find those very, very boring. But I am actually going to name the video that I subscribe to that's probably my favourite overall. And the reason I can do that is, despite what I've just said about most of the videos that I subscribe to, or most of the YouTubers I subscribe to, either doing farming videos or Lego videos, my absolute favourite channel is neither of those two. It's not farming nor Lego, and I will tell you what it is, but it's going to sound really, really boring. And what I'm going to do is, after I tell you what it is, I'm going to save a couple of links in the description of this video, so you can go and watch a couple of the videos from this channel if you'd like to, because I would agree that the description of what it is sounds terribly, terribly boring. It's just the sense of humour of the two guys that do it to make it worth watching and make it so funny. And it's a channel called 3D Bot Maker, and they do car racing with Hot Wheels cars. So they run 4 Hot Wheels, little Hot Wheels cars down a downhill track. And if you think that sounds very boring, as I said, you're right, that does sound very boring. But the way that they MC the whole thing, it is just absolute brilliance. So I would have to say that would be my favourite YouTube channel of all. It's just absolute brilliance, the way they do it. And I will leave a couple of links to that. And I also got asked what my rules are for YouTube. So I suppose my first rule that I play by, and this isn't, no one else has to follow my rules, this is just for me, okay? So my first rule is that I don't post a schedule in advance. So I don't say I'm going to post every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, or even once a week or something. Because as soon as I have a schedule that I have to keep to, it's going to become more of a chore than an enjoyment, because it'll be like, I have to put another video today because I promised I would, but I don't really feel like it, or something. So by having no fixed schedule, okay, the downside of that is I'm never ever going to build up too much of a following, because I understand that you have to be posting videos pretty much every day if you want to build a decent following, and I'm simply not prepared to do that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so my first rule of YouTube is that I don't follow any schedule. My second rule of YouTube is I like my videos to be between 20 minutes and 30 minutes, because I know how hard it is if you follow a lot of channels or whatever to try and keep on top of everyone's YouTube videos. It can be really, really hard, especially when people are putting out really long videos. So I'm not knocking people that do, but for me, I'm never going to put out a video that's, well, I can't imagine I'll ever put out a video that's more than 30 minutes long. I prefer them to be about 20 minutes. That's just me personally. The next thing I do is I do not keep a constant eye on my stats or anything. I occasionally look at them, but not really. So, and the reason I don't is because I don't want to be influenced by them. I'm going to make whatever videos I feel like making, regardless of whether people want to watch them or not. And like I know enough of my stats to know that my videos on farming are more popular than, say, my videos on Lego, or my videos on car racing. But that's about all. In fact, one of the people that subscribes to me pointed out to me the other day, do you know that video of yours the other day got 300 views or something? And I was like, no, I had absolutely no idea. So I went and had a look, and sure enough, one of my videos has got about 300 views, which is easily the most any of my videos have ever had, sort of thing. And I noticed I've got around, I think I had 55 subscribers. I don't know who 99% of them are, to tell the truth. I had no idea I had so many, because I don't keep an eye on my stats. And as I said, the reason I don't keep an eye on the stats is that way I'm not going to be influenced. I don't want to be making videos I don't want to make just because they're the ones that are popular. I'd rather make whatever I want to make, and it's popular or not, as people see fit. And I suppose the last rule that I have for YouTube is you will never ever hear me say, don't forget to like and subscribe. Actually, you just heard me say that, but I was saying it just to tell you what I don't say. Okay? I never ever say that. If people want to like one of my videos, they will. If they don't want to, I'm not going to try and talk them into it. If they want to subscribe, they're welcome to. If they don't want to, again, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So, yeah, I'm never ever going to say that on my videos. But again, these aren't rules I'm saying other people should follow. They're just rules that I personally have for myself, and that's all. So, I think we'll call it here for this video, and I'll be back on my farm next time I make a video. Okay, thanks. Bye.